We got an email searching issue on Outlook, and sometimes send and receive problems. Nothing in the description. And this is from Shah Fahad. Thank you very much for submitting a ticket. Okay, so email searching issue in Outlook and sometimes send and receive problems. I've talked about this in a previous video as well, but if you're having search issues in Outlook, it could be related to indexing. It could be related to the Exchange server being slow or overused or unoptimized. What is Exchange server? It's the server that you're connecting to whenever you open up your Outlook. So here is our sudo Outlook that we have. It's not Office Outlook, but it's Outlook nonetheless. So here it is. This account is connected to the Exchange here where it says sample user 26 at outlook.com. That's connected to the Exchange server, which is the email server. Exchange meaning exchanging of communication or emails or mails, right? This is why it's called the Exchange. And I think it says here sometimes send and receive problems. So to me, kind of points to the fact that might be, or not the fact, but a guess, just based off the information we have. And sometimes there are issues with sending and receiving email. Again, this points exactly to the Exchange server. So I would make sure that the Exchange server is functioning properly and that there are no issues with that, meaning it's a connection issue. However, that's very unlikely if you're the only person with the issue, right? If you're the only person issue and everybody else who's using the same Exchange server, then something's going on with your computer, and it could be just a slow internet connection. Your VPN, if you're using VPN to access this, especially, there might be an issue where it's slow to retrieve and send data, which is directly related to what you said. Sometimes send and receive problems. But this was also related to email searching. Think about this. Whenever you're searching an email, the email will also search through the Exchange, server itself, because your inbox is not, your inbox profile or your inbox account is on the server itself. However, people don't know this. When you add an inbox to your computer, your entire inbox is actually downloaded to your computer locally. And that's fine. And for those reasons, it's faster to actually access this. It's faster to search through these emails and this and that. However, it still has to connect to the server to receive new emails. So you do a search, right? You're doing a search and you're waiting for it, and it's still taking forever. This could mean that it might be waiting for Exchange server to respond. And if you're saying that there are sometimes send and receive problems, to me that tells me there's a connection issue. So again, if it's only you that's having this issue, then you might want to look at your internet settings, make sure that you are connecting without any problems, without any hiccups. So how can you test this? You can do a ping to the Exchange server. You can ping the server, whatever the server name is, Exchange server name, ping it, and then see what kind of response you get when it comes to latency, right? So if you do ping outlook.com, right, you see how long it takes to respond back. So when you just do a regular ping, and you can do 30 pings if you want. You can set it up to do 30 pings instead of just 4. You can see that outlook.com is located here. So that's the first packet, send and receive. And it tells you the size. But what we want to look at here is the millisecond time, right? 27 milliseconds is quite normal and fairly fast. Now, if this gets into close to 100 or sometimes fails, one of these fails, like it just says timed out or something like that, then you know there's a connection issue. But you could have suddenly jumped to 100 milliseconds, 150, 300 milliseconds. then there's a big latency issue, which could be causing problems with receive and send, and also search. Of course, I would have to have a direct access to your computer in order to test all of this and that. You could, I don't know that I would try to repair Outlook or anything like that, because mainly because you said that there's send and receive problems, which makes me think there's a connection issue rather than something wrong with your Outlook or locally, you know. Of course, look at all of these things, all of these ideas that I've given you, and kind of take a look in a sense whether these issues can be applied to some other issue that you may have locally. You know, if there is an issue in searching and connection issues, you can also look at the task manager as the first place to see if there's something in the background taking up processing speed, this and that. If you find that there's a latency issue that's causing the problem, then look for all of those issues on your computer. And it could be between you and the Exchange server. So if you're on VPN, the cause could be the VPN as well. You know, then try a different server. Okay, I'm going to reply, and I'm going to say in just steps, issue might be with the Exchange server. Issue might be with connection to the Exchange server. And I'm going to say test latency for connection issues. I really think this is related to that, but I really hope that you watch my video for this. And again, for people who are first time seeing these videos, this is not necessarily how you would note this ticket for a help desk. This is just me talking to somebody who is probably a tech person or knows a little bit about computers and wants to fix this issue on their own. This is what I would do when it comes to this ticket, and I would look for these issues. And I'm going to leave this ticket open and wait for a reply to see if we get more clarification of what might have happened, because it's a learning experience, right? And yeah, I'm not going to pretend like I've done anything else, because we don't have direct access to it. We can't recreate the issue, which is the big thing here. And I'm going to keep the ticket open just in case we get more information from Shah Fahad. I hope I'm saying your name correctly. I apologize if I don't. I'm going to move on